that's really sort of stood the test of time. And, just like a team like Hollywood Hooligans last game, but they have put the time in together. And that's really what the difference maker is in this tournament is you get all these powerhouse teams, and we actually had a team named Powerhouse full of free agents, full of really great players, but they can't make it super far because of the lack of synergy and just not the time that they put in. And that's really important. But we're only here in the third round of the group stage, and that's why these free agent teams really look confident going into playoffs and into that round of 32. So we'll have to see if they are able to make it that far this time. But as we are into agent select, what are you expecting to see, agent wise here?
Well, but I'm not gonna make any predictions for Chicken Nuggets. I'm sure they're gonna play some classic stuff like the Jet. The Reyna
Yep.
seems also a good pick as well. The flashes are going to be pretty big. I think it's going to, a lot of times it comes down to the Omen and how well they smoke for me. Information is obviously very important for the Sentinels. Depends on also if they go for Cypher or Killjoy as well. That is also an interesting pick. There's a lot of like niche little choices that you can make here, tech choices, if you will, of what you want to have in your roster. But a lot of the time, the Sova, the Omen, it all
Mm.
comes down to this. And we're going to see pretty much mirror for mirror, nothing surprising. So, again, I'm actually going to really pay attention to the Omens because the smoking is going to be very big. Having that fight for mid or just denying those positionings like in market and defense when you push on B or having in tree if you push over onto A is so important. And the Omens, even more so now with the nerfs, especially with Jet and their smokes, is so vital. So that Omen is going to be a real key player, especially also Paranoias. There's just a lot of things. They're going to be a very unsung hero in this. We're probably going to be talking about all the other agents going on into this and not much about the Omen, so that's why I'm kind of getting it out of the way now.
Sure. No, you're absolutely right. And I think because we have the mirror matchup and a lot of standard agents, we don't have anything like any other special duelist like a Phoenix coming out or any like utility from a breach like we used to see. It's gonna be an interesting game for sure. That's a cheeky little smoke that drops down there as they are now already taking sort of a strong control of mid, and that's something that I'm very excited to see from Chicken Nuggets as they play around this mid control.
Yep,
Yep.
asserts dominance. Easy to fall back if you don't win the trades or anything like that. They're going to try to do that,
Oh
and
man.
Austin already gets the first blood. I actually able to pick up a ghost as well. Pizza just wasn't working out for them. For Roosters, and now they're going to go over to B side, have some good openings as they are going to be able to trade out their teammates. Pre might be able to catch one off guard, but the smoke comes out just in the nick of time, and it's a full stack over onto the B side. A tough order for Roosters to try to win this out on defense.
Yeah, Roosters with the 3v5, they're gonna have to, yeah, like you said, take the retake here, and it just seems like it's sort of doomed with all the utility that Chicken Nuggets have laid down. That turret already spotting most of them. Iconic in the garage here. Gonna be able to, actually fall to ban, and that's huge as they start off this retake.
Working on it, but they get traded out.
Oh.
Staff is doing yeoman job of just locking it down. And yeah, that was going to be tough. A great effort from Roosters, but Chicken Nuggets asserting that dominance in mid, like you said, and it just sort of started spiraling out of control right there. Roosters gave a lot of ground over.
Yeah, no, the hold from Chicken Nuggets especially was really good there. I was starting to be worried from them as soon as Iconic fell in Garage because he didn't get almost anything from his positioning, but it didn't matter as the rest of the members of Chicken Nuggets stood up in the retake and completely, or made sure that they did not lose that round. And now, actually, I didn't get a look. I think it's just, yeah, I believe it's a full save round from the side of Roosters here. Uh-oh. Gets the
Go
orb.
for the effort, I suppose.
Yeah, it's honestly not too much more you can ask for on this save round is try to get an orb. Sometimes you can win these thrifties here. As
Oh, okay. Hold on.
is that a Bucky I see?
That is the Bucky. They managed to find it, and they also managed to pick up the Frenzy as well. Waltz will lock it down, but they can make it expensive a bit. Ban. Oh, that shock dart almost secured that round for them.
Yeah, nothing much.
Yeah.
Waltz with the 4K in that round. Is definitely a Rooster or Chicken Nuggets favorite round. Roosters fully saving. Now they're going to have enough credits to buy out, and that is exactly what they're doing. You know, Roosters on defense, they actually, I believe Ban is going to keep the classic here, go with the knives, save up for the operator, and like you said, we're going to probably see this player on the operator really show a lot of skill and what he can do on it. But on the other end, you know, we have a full save, not a full save, sorry, a decent save round from Chicken Nuggets just because of how they've been playing these early rounds. They don't have to spend too much, and they're going to be set up quite well with the economy already. And so now we're just getting into this round as we see not as much mid control as I was hoping, and Iconic already falling.
No, they're committing to a site right now. I think I understand why it's a bonus. You know, your opponents are going to buy into this. There's no real advantage to try to go with a rifle deficit in controlling mid. So it's either you win this site or you just sort of move on to the next one. They again with the fast Killjoy lockdown buildups, they will be able to have a lockdown available, and that will open up the site. So excellent push right in here. The dash, unfortunately, the Molly stopping them dead in their tracks, but still able to get onto the side. They will be able to plant. They know exactly where everybody is, though, on Roosters. So Chicken Nuggets, they're going to have a tall order if they want to try to keep this momentum going. They got one earlier on, but it's just Rifle's advantage. Molly will slow down progression. They have some info. Gets the wallbang as well, I think.
Oh,
I know, that was actually your main. If Bree will be able to trade out, the knives will finally come out from Ben. Interesting call right there. It does manage to blind, but Waltz and Zap hanging out. Waltz last one main. They got a 4K earlier. They managed to lock it down for the teammate, the Lombard. Lombard gets them, but Trisk able to lock it down, and it will finally get around on the board. But Chicken Nuggets, they were bonusing. They made it expensive, so really, it's a secondary condition win.
Yeah, really, that was a sigh of relief win because Waltz was looking positioned to take another round on the on his shoulders. You know, get another, you know, probably clutch. 5 kills already for that player, but now we do see the operator coming out for eval, and that's going to be on the side of attack with the operator. Oh, but Ban is also picking up one of their own, so now we see both members picking up an operator. This is definitely going to be an operator duel.
I suppose if you bonus enough, I guess you feel good enough to buy the op.
You're right.
All right.
They're actually not going to spy each other on the other side of the map. My bad.
So no duel, unfortunately.
Yeah, no operator deal, but Iconic's about to run into it.
Uh-oh.
About to run into it, but actually a big miss by Ban. Now they know where the operator is, and Chicken Nuggets, I don't know why they actually didn't make the push, because they saw the operators on their side from Iconic's point of view, but they are playing it slow. They're trying to keep control of Catwalk, make sure no one's lurking over there from for a flank. And now it's just
probably the overwhelming amount of util from the Killjoy.
Yeah, really, I think you're really right about that. Just like completely holding B site with the utility, and you know you've got your other, you got Trisk with you as well. So it was a 2v4, but if they only knew what the setup was, I think they would have really been able to storm that site.
Oh sure.
But now they've got all their members, not all their members, most of their members positioned over towards this A site. Oh, that's so bad. Trisk picking up a kill onto Austin, and now I believe most members of Roosters are going to be able to move over. Oh my gosh.
Making up for lost time, it seems. Unfortunately, Will miss one shot. It cost them a bit. And they'll actually be able to lock down the sites. It's 2v2. Oh my goodness. Evil did a great job, but now their teammates need to follow up on this. It's certainly doable. The Stova's tagged up very badly to get Waltz. Zap could catch him off guard. One after the other, but shoots early, but doesn't matter. Peeks again, and Zap gets 2. Picks up the op for their friends, and Chicken Nuggets looks scary for them for a moment, but they managed to dip right back into that sweet sauce.
Wow, Zap, that was huge. I mean, this is really what we're seeing is some great free agents on this team. You know, it's a free agent team, like we said. Step up and make some plays. We're not seeing exactly team coordination by any means from the side of Chicken Nuggets, something that I'm not fully seeing from them, but definitely players fragging out, and that's huge for them as they are now up 3-1, and with quite a few ultimates on their side. So they've got a good setup here for this round.
Well, certainly after a save like this will give them even a larger economy and just a much more convincing lead here on the side of attack. Chicken Nuggets, I mean, I said earlier they had to make this a very convincing first half, and they've certainly done this already. Unfortunately, losing one Phantom, but in the span of everything else that's going on, they have been doing such a great job just catching them off guard, locking down sites, playing for info. Sure, they're taking sort of aggressive lurks and peeks, but they're giving intel, it seems like, and the least they can work with that.
Yeah, that was a really tough miss because that would have sort of iced down the round, but there's still a 2v4 for the side of Roosters. They have a chance to bring this back, but, you know, the spike is planted on B site, and they're sort of just covering the entire map as Chicken Nuggets are. Here's a crossfire. Flavor's probably not going to be able to do too much here, as he actually doesn't even take it. It's just such a weird. Oh, Zaf does pick it up. We do see Ban only on the Bucky. Not really too much he can do, as he does get blinded. He seems like he's about to be. Oh.
All right, one more for the road.
Yeah, he picks up one as he gets out. I mean, I guess the Bucky's pretty cheap, so not too bad of a gun to pick up for that round and just to grab one kill. But no, now Chicken Nuggets up 4-1. The economy's looking great for them. They keep stepping up like this. It's going to look like a really hard road for Roosters to climb back.
Certainly will. On top of that, I just realized Shora has been, unfortunately, has not been able to show up in the kill feed a bit, which means that these lockdowns have not been available. So the utility has been a very big factor here that has been relied on, the mollies and everything. Lockdown would be so nice about this point to be able to try to retake sites that are post-planted, but it's just not going to work out. Getting Evil, though, is going to be pretty big. Traded out, though, and actually gets the second frag, so now it's a 4v3. Starting to go to the rotate, though. Going to try to get that control of mid. See if they can catch anybody off guard. Dupree might be able to get caught off guard here. No, they see it just in the nick of time, but it's not going to be the reaction that they want. And Iconic also shows up in the kill feed finally as well. They were one that was sort of lacking a little bit in that department, but they still do it. But the spike is down, but the hysteria comes out. It's a back and forth. This is such a seesaw right now.
Yep, and Iconic picks up Trish there, so now it's a 2v1, and just Flavor all by himself, and they know exactly where he is.
Oh, that's so good.
Teleport going out. Yeah, you're right, and now they're able to plant on B, and this seems like a very tough retake, but the Hunter's Fury is available for Flavor, so we're going to have to see if he uses that to good effect. But with that being said, Chicken Nuggets don't have to do too much. He could just save the Hunter's Fury and grab that operator and get his butt out of here. Oh, he's going to opt for the retake. Oh my gosh.
Just a pixel.
That's
all you need sometimes. Flash comes out, doesn't work out, but thank goodness Iconic finally showing up in the kill feed in a very necessary time. Able to get the 5th round on the board. Now they're 2 rounds away from a positive half, and again, Roosters struggling here. This is usually a map I see them do very, very well, but obviously Chicken Nuggets in here with a plan.
Yeah, and especially Roosters on defense, you know, banned with the operator. We've only seen him have it once, and he did not step up with it, and that's what they need. Roosters already falling behind, 5-1. The guns are not looking good. They're doing a full save here, so there's no reason that Chicken Nuggets should fall here. Iconic already picking up one early.
Oh, and Zap, nicely done. Well, there's still some good taps here and there, but Chicken Nuggets still in control. Nice smoke, gets out of the way, gonna grab the spike, knows there's people there, just head on over today. The rotations have been very smart from them.
Yep, and that's going to be the next round going over Chicken Nuggets. It actually did look, it went pretty well for Roosters. I mean, you can't ask for too much in those save rounds. Picking up 2 members, getting all the ultimates ready. Sorry. Sure. Excuse me. Most of the ultimates ready for this next round as they have the full buys coming in. And And yeah, they're definitely looking strong to stop the bleeding here, but they've got to do it now.
Well, good news is Shora
Yeah.
finally has the lockdown for the first time in this entire half, and this is a really useful tool if you're on the defense. So hopefully Shora will be starting to breathe some life into this and
You should
uh,
run.
pay attention to it a little bit. The
Oh,
lockdown's
no.
going to start coming out onto B though. I think they're going to use this as a big bait. And oh my gosh, they got the bait out of the way. So A is going to be completely free. And look at this, the entire stack is ready to go. Oh my gosh. They managed to not get the frag, but to get the tag onto it. They will lock down tree, and there it is. No lockdown available for the retake.
Wow.
They just bait out Shora's only lockdown in this entire half. This is so free for Chicken Nuggets. And look at this post plant setup. Bunch of people in A main. They are ready to just deny any chances of trying to take this back for them.
Oh my gosh, and Iconic tagging up so many members of Roosters. They're just falling apart as they really had every opportunity to take this round. And just Naprix by himself, not going to be able to do too much in a 1v5 scenario. And this was absolutely the dream round for Chicken Nuggets to continue to extend their lead. And that's just another member falling. So that's going to be a flawless round for Chicken Nuggets. Man, I mean, they look great together. That round definitely looked good.
That was so... It's such a different type of execution because, like, they're so spread out and they set up crossfires, and when they're lurking as well, it's more so they just rely on each other's intel. And you really can tell that they are aware of just the entire situation. Sure, they're spread out, but they are self-aware. When you have comms like these, you can be such a lethal weapon, as we can see here on Chicken Nuggets. And I gotta admit, that bait on the lockdown from
Really
Shora,
big.
that was so unfortunate. It was big.
I mean, and like you said, Shora really has been saving up the whole half to get that lockdown, just to get baited completely out of it. This is really tough. You want to get use out of those lockdowns. Such an effective tool. And sorry, as we see some action here.
Oh my gosh! Flavor dropped the Hunter's Fury along with it, able to find two. Finally something, getting value here, but again, they will have rifles for their trouble, but I don't even think so. Yes, nice. They will also get the op as well. So there's at least a second round. If they can make it a 7-5, Roosters definitely doable. Now, it is defense favored, but it's not that much.
Yeah, and you know what? Like you said, the operator is in Van's hands. Someone that has absolutely stepped up with the operator before this. You know, it hasn't been the best round at all, or by any means for Roosters, but that round showed confidence that they can bring it back, especially with these full buys and yeah, just good coordination by them. But we got to see him step up here, and I don't believe Chicken Nuggets are just gonna give it all away. So it's gonna be absolutely a task for them.
One would hope. They have had such a momentum on this. It would be very interesting if they just sort of threw it away. See how it goes. They do know that there's one all the way back up in mid.
I always love when we know that the crosshair is hovering right over the person's head, as Iconic does fall there. But it doesn't matter because they don't know, so they're not going to take that shot into the absolute smoke. But Iconic already falling is actually really big for Roosters. Their duelist already off the board here. Oh, that's another one.
Yeah, they're certainly, you know, they give a little bit of ground, but they're taking advantage of this aggression. Tried a cheeky right click that, but sure, did enough damage. Now it all comes down to Zap. Doesn't even get the plant. Another round on the board for Roosters. They're not out of the woods yet, but they're certainly seeing the brush clear through.
Yeah, no, that's another excellent round from Roosters. I believe it was practically flawless. Zaf picking up 1 kill before it was all over, sort of just as like extra prize, you know, not really what they were going for, but the almost flawless for Roosters. You know, 2 rounds in a row, that's huge. This entire half looked doomed, but they actually might bring it 5-7, which is huge.
Flash comes out. They will just start aggressively pushing in here. I like this shake up, just sort of going for the A. It just worked out for them the last time. And They managed to execute it quite well. The pricks will stop a little bit of the bleeding, but the Hunter's Fury knows there's some people in the tree.
Oh
Won't
my
be able to find
gosh.
anything. Never mind. Gets the pricks in the end. Nicely done. There we go. And that is just a nice shakeup of playstyle. Don't really know what to do here. Flavor, last one standing. They will be able to find one, but the crossfire setup here. Just Roosters is better off. Maybe trying to save, but nah. It's
Nope.
going to be Chicken Nuggets. 8th round on the board. Last round and a half. Will it be a 9-3 or an 8-4?
We're gonna have to see because Roosters did not look nearly as good as they have before in the 2 rounds preceding this, as they sort of just got picked apart, and it was honestly all based on the aggressive peak by Ban, and then he was just screwed because he had to run away and just got completely taken out by Iconic and the rest of the members of Chicken Nuggets. And so they got to step up again like we've seen earlier, but if they are too aggressive here, they might just get caught again. But Ban with the aggressive, we're about to see the, oh no, I thought we were about to see the Jet duel.
Nah.
The one I was dreaming of did not come out.
We still got another half to go,
Yes.
Barrios.
Yes, that's
so the
fair.
dream is still potentially real.
Iconic already picking up one for himself, and that's so big to start off this round. Oh, actually, yep, Trisk with a really good flank. That's actually really big. Now that it's just a, oh no, Flavor falling is gonna be really hard for him to keep this round alive.
Let's see. All right, there we go. Nicely done. Still 2v3 though, not impossible. I've seen crazier odds happen. So they are spread out pretty far. We know there's going to be mid. Maybe Shore will be ready for this. Able to get one, but it's going to be traded out. 2v1, still again, Ben's not in so bad a position. Might want to try to pick up a rifle along their way though, as the op is not particularly a good weapon to retake with. That said though, they have all their utility, so the dashes, the jumps, they're all available.
He's got the operator, he's got the sheriff, he's got, you know, he's able to click on some heads here. He can really do some damage, but he's got to do it quickly here. 2v1 with all the utility. Never mind, Iconic's just able to play spoiler, and that's going to be a 9-3 half for the side of Chicken Nuggets. This is really a great performance by Chicken Nuggets, and not anything that we expected here.
Yeah, a lot of VCS favorites are just having a tough time. Like we said earlier, there's been 40 weeks of this sucker, so there's bound to be some new people challenging the old blood that has been coming into these weeklies, and now we're seeing it happen. Chicken Nuggets, nowhere an unfamiliar name with a lot of these players, but the team itself is relatively new, and there's still some things being developed, and they're certainly showing what they got here. There's a lot of comeuppance coming up here for Roosters.
Yeah, absolutely. Just some players stepping up, really making a statement here as they head into the round of 32. But they've got to close it out here. So there's definitely still a road ahead of them. You know, Roosters not any pushovers. The entire half is reset, so they can definitely make some movement here. But they've got to make it now, or they're running out of time.
I like the A rush on for Roosters. That is clean stuff. When in doubt, just rush it out. And Ness is going to lock down the site. Good utility. The shock dart's going to just stop any type of progression. A little push up in the tree as well.
Oh my.
Might be able to catch the flank off guard if they so desire. They don't really have the firepower to do it. I don't think they noticed it though. And yeah, they will be able to do it. A flawless round. Nobody was able to check the back. Unfortunately, just totally exposed, and they just got such pincer. Great aggression from Roosters, and that is a much-needed pistol round if I've ever seen it.
What just happened? Everything happened all at once. All the members of Chicken Nuggets basically fell.
Gotta go fast.
In a span of like 4 seconds. But is this actually happening? I mean, the Chicken Nuggets have got some shotguns under their belt. That is 4 Buckies and a shorty. But I'm assuming they're probably gonna resell and buy something else. This time is ticking away. Are they messing with us?
Nope.
No, we got some Bucky. This is a Bucky round for Chicken Nuggets. And we see another full push from Roosters. This actually is not going to favor Chicken Nuggets at all. They're expecting a lot more corners.
They're rushing the A again, and I like this. They read into this very well. So can they find the value? Evil will find one, but that's the shorty, not the Bucky. So no Buckies found any value yet, unfortunately. Might be able to find one in cap, but no, that's too far away. And now there's Bucky's potentially in the hands, but maybe they're smart and they just keep the stingers because. Oh, that would have been so good. No.
Yeah.
Man.
All right, we got Zap with a Bucky. Surprise, surprise. Just like the rest of his members, needs to get really close to all 5 to really do any damage here. And I think they know exactly where he is.
They could ask in chat if they could all line up for him in just one line, and that could work.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, they're not. Well, they're gonna make it expensive at least. They're not gonna win out the round. That's another round for Roosters. And now we're 4 rounds away, and they gotta. Well, they can buy on chicken nuggets, but I think with the buy of the Buckies, I don't know if that's going to work out per se. I think that investment may have been a little too shaky.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit troll, and I think they were sort of maybe goofing around in comms trying to say, hey, we got this with the Buckies, I'm sure. But now they're going to be saving fully. I mean, I hope that was the idea, because with Roosters just keeping at range the entire round, they were basically able to pick off every single member without any problem. And now they've got definitely the rifle advantage going into this round. And this lead is definitely looking less threatening as Roosters continue to play up. Now Roosters taking mid control, which we literally haven't seen since like the first round of Chicken Nuggets attack side.
Well, it's only been the first few rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably expecting like some kind of buy coming in, although they're going to be greeted by almost a partial eco. And Roosters are they're just gonna be able to walk wherever they so desire. They just have the weapon advantage just pretty much in their pockets. And before I can even finish my sentence, everybody goes down at once.
Yep, it's one member by himself on Chicken Nuggets, and I believe all he's got is a ghost. So I don't know what he's gonna be able to do here. As Ban picks up Austin, and that's gonna send them to a 6-9 score line for Roosters. And they're definitely making a statement trying to bring it back in this half. And yeah, just taking a quick look over the guns here. We got mostly a full buy from the side of Chicken Nuggets. Actually, that is a full buy, and just the operator from the side of Evol. And then on the side of Roosters, their economy's looking great, and they decided they're just going to hold on to the guns they already have. They've got, you know, maybe a Stinger and a Bulldog, not full rifles, but mostly they're still set up quite well to try to end out this half, or try to play out the rest of this half. Iconic. Oh man, it's about to run into short, and that's a huge way to start off this round for Chicken Nuggets. Oh man.
Ooh, almost gets. Oh, they did get the tag. They know Evil's there. Well, that's some big information right there for the Roosters. Unfortunately, they don't have the kill drop, but they can act on and deny this off. They're pushing on to it, but I don't think they're going to be greeted in the way that they wanted to be, as they're ready to protect their friend. Evil just falls back and calls upon their you know, friends to defend them on the playground against the bullies, standing up to these bullies from Roosters. And now Flavor's the last one standing, and if this is this turn 180 real quick, another flawless potentially in the wings.
Yeah, I feel like Chicken Nuggets only have confident rounds, but then sometimes they'll just not play nearly as well as some of their other rounds. But Flavor already picking up one is encouraging, but you know, he's still got to take out 4 more members of Chicken Nuggets, and that is not about to happen, as they are now up to a double-digit scoreline for Chicken Nuggets, and really poised to close this one out, as they're like, I don't want to lose this, so we're stopping it right now.
I really respect the play of just like, oh, we got the tag on the op, let's try to get it before they do anything crazy with it. But honestly, Chicken Nuggets have been so good at follow-up and trades that you can't kind of not say that, like, oh yeah, Evil's probably alone. There's probably a couple others on B, so I don't know if necessarily, as much as I appreciate the commitment, don't know if that was the ideal choice. However, they have rifles, so they will be able to go into this still guns blazing, but they will have to save if that's the case. And if they lose this one, that'll be match point. So keep in mind, folks, playing at home, that this is very important. Yes, damage has been done. Nicely done onto Roosters for getting iconic, but one frag and they just heal right back up. Don't forget that arena right there. It's damage is just another fancy way of saying opportunity to heal as a arena.
Oh, and Austin picking up Flavor on the flank there is huge. Now they feel much safer just to defend this site.
Ooh. Oh, they choose to disengage. I don't know if Still low on health, but I mean, they still have playing advantage. Last two are in main, they know exactly where they are. Netflix will try their best to get one more, but that's going to be it. A little got scary there health-wise, but great execution overall for coming in from Chicken Nuggets.
Yep, definitely many members of Chicken Nuggets were tagged up, and sorry, that beeping scared me a little bit. I was like, are they going to get the defuse off? They fortunately do, and now they're up 11-6, so they're only one round away from closing, or from getting to match point, which will then put them one round away from closing this out. So definitely still a confident showing from Chicken Nuggets. You know, they started to look shaky in this half, but they brought it back. Nothing too much to worry about. And Roosters sort of looking pretty much like the air has been deflated out of them these last 2 rounds. But Ban with the with just the pistol is going to be able to grab his ultimate and try to use that to sort of bring back this round.
Oh, big early pick right there coming in from Evil. And they're going to go through this. They're going to try their best, but again, if they lose this, it's pretty much game over. So bear in mind, gets 2 for the trouble. Knives actually pretty big. Shora actually was the one able to get iconic. Now they're able to lock down the sites 2v3, and they have the lockdown. Shora is in a comfortable position. They'll try to deny the plant a little early with the Hunter's Fury. Very ambitious. I appreciate it, but now they don't have anything to counteract this lockdown, and they know it's online.
Yep. The lockdown comes down, they've got to either move to break it or hold it out. But if it's played perfectly, they can completely take them away from defusing this fight.
Should be able to work well. I think honestly the win condition here is just bait out the lockdown as best you can, but I don't think they will be able to. It's just a 1v3. Get one, but nice follow-up from Shore. Just swings around there and just picks up Austin. That's going to be another round for Roosters, or that will be a round for Roosters. A couple rounds were strung together earlier, but yeah, still got an economy of some sort.
Yeah, both teams still with a decent economy, so I'm actually really interested to see how the rest of this thing's going to play out. There is a 4-round lead for Chicken Nuggets, and that is definitely a mountain at this point in the game to get back into. Obviously, Bemi, I can't say that we haven't seen anything crazy today, because we absolutely have. Just feels like the tone of the group stages is just a team gets ahead, another team starts to make an impressive comeback. Only for it to fall flat. We have to see if Roosters are actually the team that can bring the comeback and actually take the lead with it.
Nowhere to run.
They're by round. Oh, Flavor is able to follow up on Austin, but the trade did come out though. But the smokes are gone.
Oh,
Evil has to disengage, but
no.
Interesting push from Trisk. Not sure what they were trying to go for. I know they were probably just trying to go for the flank, but unfortunately, just the 50-50 and little to no information on Ascent does leave you liable to having moments like that and just unfortunate timing. Now, lockdown comes in, it's gone. So it's very doable to come back. An iconic Ori off the bat, wasting no time. Will disengage, knows exactly where the other one is. Shora goes down, Flavor's the last one standing, but the defuse is already starting to happen and the door is locked. That's going to be match point right there for Chicken Nuggets.
Yep, iconic grabbing the defuse, and like you said, match point for Chicken Nuggets as they still look confident that both Killjoy ultimates coming down, and both used great effectiveness, but actually with the Defenders one being destroyed gave exactly where Flavor was coming from, and that basically spelled his demise. And yeah, so now we're just into the final round here for Chicken Nuggets if they win. Otherwise, Roosters got to bring an impressive comeback. And the buys are not, it's not exactly impossible, but the buys are just definitely not favoring them by any means right now.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, we do have to mention that Trisk does have the Huntress and the Omen teleport. So there's only 2 ultimates on the side of Roosters, facing the 3 on the side of Chicken Nuggets. They've got to be able to get good use out of those, as their backs are up against the wall here. And it's just the quiet before the storm. Everyone taking sort of pot shots, trying to look for the other team, trying to get a little bit of information. But, you know, Roosters absolutely feels the pressure here. And that's so bad if Iconic already picking up Ban, and Zap already picking up Flavor. That's 2 members from Roosters already fallen.
It's not good. Really smart smoke, holding down and wine. Just sort of keeping everything. Chicken Nuggets, they're spread out, but they can play this. Just mid is not going to get you as much value here in this situation. Sure, Roosters will be able to move about the cabin freely, but wherever they go, they're going to find somebody.
Yeah, Chicken Nuggets are okay with saying the seatbelt signs are off on the airplane as Rooster sort of takes a little trip around, but they are definitely not allowed into any of these sites because they have the player disadvantage and many members of Roosters are spread out. We're gonna about to see Austin probably run into 2 members.
Big Molly, but able to get traded out, so that's pretty big from Austin. Goes down, but the damage is already been done. 8 seconds remaining. You gotta try to plant this, and they have to commit to this. Shora will be able to do it, but you have no health. The shock dart will do it, and that's the defuse right there. Chicken Nuggets bringing us our second upset of the day.
Yep, Chicken Nuggets absolutely putting on a performance here, and this is the 3rd game in a row that, you know, a team got really far up there, and it did look like it was going to be a comeback from the other team. In this case, it was Roosters, and they were not able to do it. I expect, I don't know exactly their scoreline, so I expect them to still be able to move on and be the 2nd team in their group to make it to the round of 32, but that was definitely a matchup of Titans in their group.
It was. They're probably another duo that's going to make it through, and just sort of this was more of a battle for seeding. We're not too particularly sure. You can check it out by going !bracket in chat and telling us how much of a fool we are. But either way, gotta say though, no foolish plays for the majority of this part here coming in from both sides. But Chicken Nuggets, really interesting play style. A lot of it came down to those common informations that allowed everybody to frag out. And there it is, Iconic. By the way, can we just point out, MVP, but earlier in the first half had little to no impact. The minimal game impact was literally 0 frags, 1 assist, and not a lot of deaths, but there was just little to nothing going on. And then all of a sudden in the second half, bam, out of nowhere. It was like they were just waiting for the attack half to happen or something.
Yeah, I really think Iconic was warming up for most of it because he definitely popped off towards the end. And to get that match MVP, like you said, after having sort of a rough start, is certainly impressive. And it's not even that his other teammates didn't play that well, because you see Zaf with even more kills. He just had a very efficient combat score to get him that match MVP, but definitely no slouch for that. And yeah, like we said, I expect Chicken Nuggets, they are a great team, a lot of really great players, and they were able to pick up this round on Roosters, which obviously Roosters are no slouch. But the thing that I see run into teams of free agents, especially in the VCS or Valorant Sunday Showdown, is they get a little discombobulated later in the tournament because of exhaustion and just not playing as coordinated as some other teams have with practice. So we'll have to see as they progress further into this tournament, and that's going to do it for us here in the group stage. But stay tuned as we are heading into the round of 32.